Hello everybody from Loch Sport and your welcome again to our Australia Day celebration in Loch Sport. And fortunately it's a beautiful day with not too much smoke around. Hope you all enjoy yourself. I'd like to introduce Councillor Darren McCubbin and make him welcome, please.
Thank you, Nolene, and thank you for the Lions Club. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit on the format. We're going to just have a few words from myself. Then we're going to raise the flags, sing the national anthem, and then we're going to do some presentations of the Citizen of the Year. I think I've got that right, Nolene, haven't I? And then, of course, you're all welcome to come and have a sausage. So, 5 minutes of pain as we do some official part of the day, and then you can go and have a sausage with the Lions Club. Before I begin, let me acknowledge the First Nations people, the Gunai Kurnai, and pay my respects to elders past and present, and be proud of the fact that we represent 60,000 years of continuous culture here in Australia on this, our Australia Day. I also should apologise from our Mayor, Councillor Hall. One of the great, I know it's a huge advantage to Loch Sport to have a Mayor who is a resident of your community, and I know Councillor Hall is a very proud member of the Loch Sport community, but unfortunately part of being Mayor is that you have to preside over the citizenship ceremony which happens in Sale today, and as a consequence Councillor Hall unfortunately has been called away. So I know his heart's with you today, and I know he's spoken to me on about 2 or 3 occasions ensuring that I get here on time. So if you could please remember him. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to Loch Sport over this time. Oh, there you go. This celebration of Australia Day. Maybe I don't need the microphone. Maybe it's trying to tell me something. And of course, a celebration of what it means to be truly Australian. And I know this is a very difficult Australia Day because we've just come through a most tragic time here within Gippsland. The bushfires have really been a huge test of what it means to be Australian, and certainly what it means to be a Gippslander. And of course our hearts go out to those volunteers, to everybody that's been working on the front lines, to the SES and the CFA who are here today, as well as other clubs and social groups, and to each of the people out there that have been donating their time and their money and everything they possibly can through this traumatic time. And of course our hearts go out to the volunteers that were their lives tragically lost recently. Ladies and gentlemen, you are doing the right thing, and I guess with the bushfires in mind, there's a couple of things that I'm going to ask of you, if you don't mind. In a moment, we're going to celebrate what it is to be Australian, celebrate that spirit of volunteerism, the fact that when things happen in our area, we as Australians stand up for each other. And it's remarkable seeing that in the face of the fires, people aren't asking, is it my house or is it my community? They're just stepping up and doing what needs to be done. They're working together, helping each other. And I think that's truly the spirit of Australia. If I could ask you a couple of things. Actually, I might turn it off. You can hear me anyway, can't you? Yeah. If I can ask you a couple of things, and the first is doing exactly what you're doing, and that is coming to Loch Sport and being part of the community as you normally do. The message we're getting from all over Gippsland right now is that people are staying away from Gippsland because they're worried about the fires. And it's really pleasing that you're coming out today, you're standing up, and you know that despite the tragedy that's been going on, despite the impact of the fire, that communities like Loch Sport will continue, and that they need to continue, and they need you here. They need you supporting the local businesses. They need you supporting the people. They need you coming along to Australia Day. And thank you very much for wherever you come from, for making Loch Sport your journey to Australia Day today. And the second thing I asked is to keep an eye on each other. The bushfires are a terrible thing. Even if people aren't directly affected, I know even the community of Loch Sport are concerned about the effects on their community. Keep an eye on each other. Ask, are you all right? Keep an eye on your kids particularly. Ensure that our mental health is looked after in the days and weeks and months that go forward. These bushfires are going to have profound effects on our community for months to come. And not just for those directly fighting the fires, but for each and every one of you. And I ask, please, keep an eye on each other. Make sure we're all feeling right. Make sure we all get through this. Because, you know, it has been a traumatic time, but I know that with the volunteers out there doing what they can, the CFA, the SES and all of you, that we'll come through this a stronger Gippsland. And I thank you so much for supporting the Lions Club and supporting Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a huge round of applause for being part of Australia Day today. And now, with a bit of hope in our hearts, let's raise the flag, and we'll sing the national anthem. I'm hoping that you've got a recording of the national anthem, or it's,
Did you want?
Yes.
Yeah.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth of toil, our home is birthed by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page where every state advanced Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
and now, the Citizen of the Year, Nolene. Have we got it? All right, here we go. Oh, I get to announce it. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Wow. All right. Okay, I'll read this out. Okay, I'll get someone to hold this if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me enormous pride and I'm very proud to present the Loch Sport Lions Club 2020 Citizen of the Year goes to Rebecca Beck-Webb. And for those of you who don't know, there's a huge amount of things to say about Beck. For many years, Beck-Webb has worked tirelessly for the benefit of her community, not only in Loch Sport but also for other communities outside of Loch Sport. Many of you know that Beck was responsible for getting the construction of the skate park at the foreshore by raising the necessary funds necessary to apply for a grant for the balance required. And she was also instrumental in raising the funds to get a Shire grant for the quarter basketball court. Beck has been involved with many of the Loch Sports groups, the Community House, the Community Representative Group, the Loch Sport Business and Tourist Association, to name just a few. She's also helped out the primary school with fundraising, volunteered her time to help with any Lions Club events and any other club events if a hand was needed. She spent many hours helping coordinate the Cox's Bridge to Cox's Plate bike ride for 3 events, set up the Loch Sport Notice Board Facebook page, ran a children's playgroup program, and most recently has been collecting goods and clothing for drought-affected farmers, and most recently for the Gippsland bushfire victims. Beck is willing to help anyone in need to the point of giving meals from her own fridge to visitors who arrive late one Friday night with no supplies. Nothing is too hard for Beck. It is through her outstanding contribution to local organisations and the general community that makes Beck a most worthy recipient of the Loch Sport Citizen of the Year Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together for the Citizen of the Year, Beck-Webb? You are good, Beck, you are good. Yeah. How's that? And we need a few words, Beck. I know. I'm sure they can hear you, Beck. You'll be right.
I'm not that loud, come on. Actually, I'm a bit speechless, and you know that's unlike me. But yeah, I do help out where I can, and I appreciate everybody who nominated me for this. It's awesome to get a little bit of a pat on the back from the community, And I'll just keep doing what I do, and that's plod along every day and help out where I can, and that's me. That's just what I do.
Congratulations. Thanks, Beck. That's if you have any time, Beck.
No.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here. Now, Nolan, what else have we got? We're going to tell people that there's the barbecue going on. So, what do they need to do for that?
Well, you just have to be very patient because it's a long, long line.
But if you be patient, we've got a sausage for you, a bit of bread, and a bit of fellowship, a chance for you to have a chat to each other and find out what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go, it'd be remiss of me not to thank the people who made today possible, and that's the Loch Sport Lions Club. They do a tremendous amount of good in our community. How about a round of applause to the Loch Sport Lions Club and all the volunteers? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Keep continuing to support the Loch Sport community. Keep continuing to support each other, and hopefully we'll see you again next year at Australia Day. Good on you. See you later. Yes. No, I'm just trying to. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Neil Cowie, how are you?